Welcome to tonight's meeting of the Nashua Board of Education's Human Resources Committee at the Nashua High School North Boardroom. It is June 5th, and it is now, looks like 5:34 p.m., and I'm calling this meeting to order. I'll begin with a roll call for attendance. Ms. Oden? Here. Here. Ms. Johnson? Present. Okay, Mrs. Giglio's present. Also tonight, we have Brittany Duffy here, and we have Dr. Andrade, and we have Dr. Safdie, and I think we're ready to proceed. So, we have personnel recommendations. Could we look at those and see if there are any questions? Anyone have questions on these?
I've looked through them. I have no questions.
Paula?
No.
Okay. So I'm looking for a motion to approve the personnel recommendations.
Approve the personnel recommendations of June 5th, 2023.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. Then we're looking for a recommendation to approve the administrative recommendations of June 5th for, first of all, the 21st Century Site Coordinator, and that would be Janelle Archer, would be starting as the 21st Century Coordinator for the 2023 to 2024 school year at a salary of $73,477. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah. Would you like to come up and tell us a little bit about yourself before we vote?
I was told this was on. Good. Hello, everyone. My name is Janelle Archer. I am applying for the position for the 21st Century Program Coordinator for the Nashua School District. I have a background in all things children as far as serving children who qualify for the 21st, or for the Title I services. Including low-income children and at-risk children. I have a background working for DCYF in child protection, working for the state of New Hampshire in family services. I've also worked in foster care, and I am a foster parent as well. I currently work at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Nashua as a Senior Director of Program Operations, overseeing all programming that we offer to our club members from ages 6 weeks all the way up until 18 years old. And then I also work in a partnership with the Nashua School District overseeing the Project Succeed program that we've had since last school year.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for her?
I don't have a question. I have a comment, though. It looks like you have a broad range of experience for this position, and I think we're lucky to have somebody that has your experience, so thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes, thank you. Very extensive resume here, very impressive. Again, you have a wide variety, but I was looking on this, and there's no dates on when you worked actually at the different positions. So, and how long you stayed at these positions?
Yep, so I have worked for the Boys and Girls Club in a number of different positions, totaling almost 10 years. When I worked for the state of New Hampshire, I worked for almost 4 years. And then due to some COVID and grant funding for some positions, in my role prior to returning to the Boys and Girls Club overseeing a foster care program in the state of Massachusetts, I worked in that role for 2 years. But due to remote learning and needs for my daughter, I did have to return back to New Hampshire so that I could support my family needs.
Yeah, that's an important thing. Easter seals, you did a lot of work with verbal and nonverbal.
Yes. Yep. So that was one of my first roles when I graduated with my undergrad in human services. I worked directly with children who were special needs or they had behavioral challenges. Specifically, I was assigned to one child. I worked with him in a span of 3 days, about 40 hours, providing him basic learning skills, self-care, communication. I worked with him so that he could learn basic sign language and communicate through pictures. That was back in 2010, so I did that for almost 2 years.
You have a lot of skills here.
Thank you.
You've been out and worked in a lot of organizations, so welcome aboard.
Thank you. Most of my experience is just so that I can bring in a large skill set so that I can best serve the children who cross my path.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I had the pleasure of sitting in on your interview, and I'm really thrilled that you're here.
Thank you so much.
So we need to proceed with, I'm looking for a motion.
Motion, let me,
Here, it's right here.
you have it.
Right there.
Recommendation to elect Janelle Archer as the 21st Century Coordinator for the 23-24 school year at a salary of $73,477.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Congratulations and welcome.
Very much.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Moving right along. I found the right paper. We have a recommendation to elect Colleen Hussey as principal of Dr. Crisp Elementary School for the 2023 to 2024 school year at a salary of $98,400. And she is here tonight, so would you like to hear from her?
I was fortunate enough to be on the interview team, so I think the rest of you should hear from her. So,
Please join us.
Good evening. Thank you so very much for having me this evening. My name is Colleen Hussey. Currently, I am the assistant principal at Fairgrounds Elementary School here in Nashua, New Hampshire. I've been there for about 5 school years. I love the community. I'm very excited about bringing all of my strengths that I have in Fairgrounds to the Dr. Crisp school community as their principal.
Are there any questions for her?
at this point, I'd just like to say, as I said, I was fortunate to be on the interview team, and I think the experience you have and your philosophy of education, I think you have big shoes to fill, but I think you'll be able to do it. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we did well.
Ms. Johnson, do you have any questions? Then I'm looking for a motion.
Motion to recommend to elect Colleen Hussey as principal of Dr. Crisp Elementary School for the 23-24 school year at a salary of $98,400.
So moved. Second.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you very much. Have a nice
Congratulations, we're
evening.
happy to have you. Okay. Next, we have a recommendation to accept the administration's proposal for summer hiring.
A
You
second.
want to speak to
Yeah,
that, Dr. Andrade?
So I can just, similar to last year, we had this memo that went into place so that it gave the authority for the superintendent to make job offers before, or essentially during the month of July, so that we could expedite the process and hire people during the summer months without a special BOE meeting. Just the amount of hires that we have over the summer, I think we could have special BOE meetings like twice a week. So it's really, and I think it worked out well last year that we were able to make some great hires, and then once it was time to bring the names back to the BOE, I don't think we encountered any issues. So we're looking for the same process this year. So then, so that the districts can move forward and make job offers without losing any potential candidates.
Thank you very much. I'm looking for a motion. Or would you like me, I can make the motion. Why don't I make the motion? I'm making a motion that we accept the administration's proposal for summer hiring as stated by Dr. Andrade.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next, we have a recommendation to accept the elementary special education coordinator job description. Is there someone who's going to speak to that?
I can speak to it, and also Mr. Alexander is here as well.
Okay.
Essentially, what we're looking is to reconfigure the special education department to better serve, especially the elementary principals. So we're looking to reconfigure the 2 assistant special ed director positions to 1 assistant director position, and then hire more coordinators that would be more visible and more hands-on at the buildings. So helping teachers and administrators, LEA meetings, provide job embedded professional development, so that, again, we're just looking for more in that reconfiguration of providing more supports to the buildings. And I think by reconfiguring these positions will be better served at that level. So that's the rationale on this new job description and kind of going forward. And again, we looked at some of the costs, and it's not going to be as expensive over time.
Thank you.
Does this involve hiring new people for these positions?
Yes, yeah.
How many positions?
So we're looking for 2 this
2.
upcoming year.
Okay.
Yep.
Ms. Johnson?
Thank you. So we're eliminating 1, hiring 2. And so that's this year. So then are you looking to expand it down the road here?
So in the memo, this is more for elementary, and currently we have head teachers at the middle school and high school, so we kind of reevaluate that to make sure that they're getting enough supports that they need at the secondary level. But currently, there's head teachers at the secondary schools. So again, in Mr. Alexander's kind of vision, along with central office, is how do we provide more supports in the building instead of having more people in central office. So this is just a way to start the process and then reevaluate, do we have to change anything at the secondary schools?
Okay, because 2 coordinators is going to be enough for all the elementary schools. That's where I'm kind of going with this.
Yeah, so, yep.
Because you have, how many elementary schools?
So we currently have 12. Yeah.
12.
So currently, we also have a chief school psychologist, and she would continue to support 2 of our elementary schools that have our project achievement programs in there. So that would leave 10. So each coordinator would have 5 elementary schools that they would support. So we feel like that is a great place to start, and then see how we need from there as well. We do have obviously a full-time preschool coordinator who you met, and she's new. So, and Mr. Beer and myself will continue to support the secondary and the elementary as much as possible. But we're trying to provide, more faces in the schools to support our special ed program. I don't think we've even ever talked about any office space at central office, because we want them out in the schools and having space out there. So.
Oh, that makes sense, so. And who will be evaluating these people in this position?
That'd be myself and the assistant
Yourself.
director. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm looking for a motion. It's right here.
Okay, I move to, let's see, to approve 2 new positions for the elementary on the special ed coordinators positions. Did I do it backwards?
I think it's fine. I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anything else that we need to talk about in our HR meeting tonight? If not, then I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, all in favor? Aye. So we are adjourned at what looks like 5:49. Thank you.